Our son's treated as an individual from the moment he gets off the bus here in the morning, and everyone is there ready to welcome him from the school.
The pupils, that's what it's all about, and that's why we're here. We have a thing about kindness here at Brighton College Bangkok, and I see it in the way they treat each other, and I see it in the way they interact with other people around the school. But it's not just about their character, they work hard. I see it in the classroom, I see it all around the school. They have a can-do attitude that is really refreshing and a real pleasure to work with.
My favourite subject is English because I really enjoy story writing and especially planning the stories because it's so good to see the finished piece of work.
My favourite subject at Brighton College is biology because we have these beautiful, incredible labs that allow us to expand our knowledge and do practicals.
Our son is really blossoming under the CCA program here at Brighton. He particularly likes the swimming, and I think it's probably just the sheer range of activities on offer. You know, it's got him really interested, and we feel we can see a lot of growth.
I really enjoy doing dance club because I get to express my feelings through movement.
In CCAs, I try new things such as computing and game hack, which I found very interesting.
I really like the house systems here because as an older pupil of the school, the house system allows us to obviously shine as a student and gives us leadership roles, which allows us to connect with younger pupils and help guide them throughout their school life. The teachers at Brighton College are really supportive of all the students they have. I feel comfortable emailing them at any time if I need any help.
If I can choose one word to describe the children at Brighton College Bangkok is happy. It's a very important word because every parent wants their children to be happy, right? And then when I come to school and on the school visit, I look around the school and then I see the children smiling and then how they play, how they interact with the teachers, and it's just lovely to see how they trust each other.
The atmosphere of Brighton College is friendly and inclusive, and each child is recognized as an individual.
Friend of Brighton is not just our group, it's everybody in our school. We are all friends of Brighton. Yeah, we are together.
The core values of a Brighton College education are kindness, innovation and ambition. I think as parents, we all want our sons and daughters to be good people, to have good manners and courtesy. We want them to have confidence without arrogance. We want them to be able to take measured risks and learn from them. We want them to have a sense of social responsibility. All characteristics of what we believe in as a quality education at Brighton.
Sorry. Hi, good morning, everyone. I just unmute myself. I hope that you can hear me now. Okay. Today we have invited the headmaster of Brighton College Bangkok to join us to explain about what Brighton College can offer in terms of international schools in Bangkok. I understand that a lot of you are now considering moving to Thailand. Okay. And especially the Thai government has introduced so many different programs that trying to attract more investors and foreign investors into Thailand. So today, we are very honored to have Mr. Mike Walton, okay, who is a headmaster of Brighton College. How are you today, Mr. Walton?
I'm very well, thank you. Nice to see you.
Thank you. So, I understand that Brighton College is not just in Bangkok, right? You are all over the world.
Well, the original Brighton College, of course, is from in the UK, but there are now Brighton colleges in the United Arab Emirates and most recently in Singapore.
Okay, so without further ado, I'll just let you carry on to present your slides. So please welcome Mr. Mike Walton, the Headmaster of Brighton College. Okay, pass on to you, Mike.
Thank you very much. And first of all, good morning to everyone who's listening. Welcome to Brighton College Bangkok, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to introduce our school. Next slide, please. So this is a photograph of our school. Well, it shows about half the school. It doesn't show the junior half of the school in this picture, but you can see it's a big site. It's on the edge of Bangkok, about halfway between the city and the airport. We're about 15-minute drive from the airport. So the school was founded 5 years ago. It now has its right the way through from age 2 through to age 18, boys and girls, obviously. And we're in a nice area of Bangkok. It's a bit quieter, but it's developing rapidly with new housing and new facilities growing all the time. Next, please. As mentioned, Brighton College Bangkok is a sister school of Brighton College in the UK. Now, Brighton College, some of you may have heard of it, others not, but I can tell you it's one of the most successful schools in the UK. In recent years, it was voted by the Sunday Times twice as the UK School of the Year. And just even more recently, and incredibly, it was announced as the UK's School of the Decade, which is quite some achievement. And if you look at, for example, the exam league tables, you'll see that Brighton College in the UK is always amongst the top performing schools in the country. We work very closely together. We really have a very tight link in the way we operate. And of course, we're always looking for new ways of connecting for the benefit of our pupils. Obviously, COVID-19 has stopped some of the physical contacts, but just before the pandemic, we were able to take all our Year 12 students to Brighton for a week to meet students there and engage in some of the learning and some of the university guidance which they operate. And I have to say, Brighton College in the UK have an amazing reputation for progression onto university, and the university guidance team there work with my team to make sure that we're doing the best we can for every one of our pupils. Next. As mentioned, we're part of a group of Brighton schools that are opening internationally, and particularly there in the United Arab Emirates. Next. I always say that schools are a bit like people. They're different, they have different characters. And I think that when you're looking for a school, and I'm a parent too, one needs to look at the character of that school. As I mentioned in the video you've just seen, I think parents are often looking for very similar things. I mentioned good manners and courtesy, and ambition, and confidence without being arrogant, and the ability to have an adventurous spirit and take risks, measured risks, of course. We want them to be academically successful and do the best they possibly can in exams. We want them to have a sense of social responsibility. I could go on, but I guess most parents will understand those feelings. And schools deliver this in different ways. And I think it's very important to look at what each school believes in. So on the screen now, you can see some of the things that we really believe in. It's, if you like, when you look at a school, you can see what they do, you can see how they do it. But in many ways, the most important thing is why we do it. What do we really believe in? And for us here at Brighton College Bangkok, obviously we want our children to be academically ambitious, because it's that academic progress, those exam results, that open the door to their future opportunities. But we want them to be curious about the world around them as well, beyond the classroom. We have a saying about being the best version of yourself. You know, we don't want our children to be someone that they're not. We want them to be the best version of who they are. In English, we have this phrase about being comfortable in your own skin. And we want our children to really, we want them to be unique and to achieve all they can in that uniqueness. And that plays out in how we recognize their individual passions and their individual learning styles. And we believe that, you know, every child here it needs their own education and their own unique delivery and reception of that education. And finally, there's this piece about kindness. And I think, you know, why did we all come into the world of education? We want to make a difference. And I believe the pupils here, they want to make a difference. They want to make the world a better place. There's that nice quote from Albert Einstein about try not to be a man of success, but a man of value. Of course, he meant woman as well. But I think that idea of success and value is very much part of who we are. Next. So our school is really in two sections. We have what we call the Preparatory School, and that's from age 2 up to about age 11. And I think the important thing I want to say about our Preparatory School is obviously all the children have their own class teacher, but we have so many specialist teachers as well to support their development. So we have specialists teaching in PE, we have specialists teaching in art and music and drama and even in dance. Even at the youngest age, we have specialists in computer science and of course specialists in the languages, Thai, Mandarin, Spanish and French. And as you go up the Preparatory School, there is further specialization in science and other subjects. So we believe that that's very important in giving our youngest pupils the best opportunities. Next. And the senior school, that goes from about age 11 up to age 18. Clearly, every teacher in the senior school, every subject teacher is a specialist in that subject, which is very important. And at age 16, they do the ICGSEs exams, which is all part of the British system. And then at age 18, they do A-levels, which is their access to universities around the world. Next. Now, it gives me great pleasure to show you this slide because last summer, we had our first Year 13 pupils at the top of the school. So we had our first A-level results. And at 97% A*A, that figure is the best in Thailand. And to be honest, it'll be one of the best sets of results around the world. We were very, very pleased with the progress our pupils made. And of course, it meant that they were all able to go to their first choice universities, wherever those may be. We had students going to the UK, to the USA, to Canada, to other countries in Europe, and of course here in Thailand. Next. Now, of course, that kind of academic success in part comes because we have wonderful pupils who work very, very hard and they're ambitious. But of course, a key factor is the quality of teaching. And you know, we can look around schools and see beautiful buildings and we can see amazing resources, as we do here. But it's my belief that the most important factor is that quality of teaching. And I can say, hand on heart, as someone who's worked in many schools and inspected others, that the teaching team here is amongst the best you will find anywhere. Nearly all our teachers are British or all trained in the UK. We have one or two who are not. So, for example, our Mandarin teachers will come from China. We also have a wonderful team of support staff, very well qualified, who are obviously mostly Thai in terms of classroom assistants, library staff, and science technicians, and they greatly add to the value of that staff room. So I would say that the staff are very much, although we have incredible resources here, the staff are clearly one of the top reasons why students do so well here at Brighton College in Bangkok. Next, please. And of course, our exam results don't tell it all, because we have an amazing range of co-curricular activities and other opportunities for our children to develop their character. And we regularly go and ask parents and pupils, what do they think of the education they get here? And this was some of the recent results we had from a survey we did. They are the actual results exactly as received from the parents. And I think what I want to point out here is that, you know, if you look at that, that score for the quality of teaching is excellent. And you think, well, 96% of parents are saying the quality of teaching is excellent. Now, one might think, oh, there's 4% that didn't say that, but let me be clear. The word we're using here is excellent. Satisfactory is not good enough. Good is not good enough. It is excellent teaching that we believe we provide, and which we hope that all our parents recognise. Next. And you can see this reflected in the pupils as well. And again, these are the figures we got from across the school. Again, the quality of teaching is excellent. I must stress that that does not include satisfactory, that does not include good. Our pupils recognise that the teaching here is absolutely first class. Next. That actually brings me to the end of the slides that I chose to show you. I hope they've given a flavour of why I'm very proud of the school and who we are, what we do, and above all, why we do it. I wanted to be reasonably quick so that there's an opportunity for anybody who's watching this webinar to ask me any questions that you would like. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walton. Actually, we have one question from the audience. There's someone is asking, why are you so strong academically? Is it because you are very selective in the students' selections?
I think all schools will be selective to a point. We are not particularly selective. So we will have students here who need some learning support. We certainly have students here who need extra language support. So my argument would be it's not selectivity that makes us so successful. It is, and it's not just the quality of teaching, although that's important. it's really about making pupils believe in themselves. As the parent said in this video, you know, it's a happy school, happy pupils learn better. But it's not just about happiness, it's about being ambitious and wanting to be the very best that you can be. And I think when you have that culture and that atmosphere in the school, then pupils will naturally achieve the very, very best that they can, whether that's in the exam hall or whether it's in the sporting or performing arts or in community service or anywhere else that you see it. Pupils will be the best that they can be.
Okay, that's good. So I hope this answers your questions. There's another question about, I understand that a lot of teaching staff are from United Kingdom, but how about the student nationality? Which country do they come from? And then is there any foreign languages that you teach in your school?
Okay, so our school is a very international school, although the majority of students are from Thailand, but we actually have 45 nationalities here now. And so there's a lovely international feel. And of course, importantly, English is the language that everybody speaks both in and out of the classroom, which is very important for our non-native English speakers, that they develop those English skills. But of course, it's not just about English. We teach Thai, we teach Mandarin, we teach Spanish, and we teach French. And we do this from a very early age, down in year 4, because as a parent, I know that my children, when they're young, they just absorb language. So we would consider ourselves very much a language-focused school.
Okay, so actually Brighton College has a lot of sister schools from one of the slides. Okay, how does Brighton College collaborate with your sister schools in United Kingdom, Singapore, or even in Middle East?
Yes, well, of course, one of the great things about being a group of schools is you can get strength and opportunity within that group. I work very closely with Brighton College in the UK, very, very closely indeed. And I think there are opportunities for pupils, and those opportunities will undoubtedly grow. At the moment, opportunities have to be online because of the pandemic. Travel is much more difficult. I know before the pandemic, we were involved in some competitions with the other Brighton College schools. There was a particularly successful music event. And as I said in my introduction, we took our year 12s to Brighton. My own daughter was in that year 12 and she still keeps in contact with the Brighton College pupils who she met there in Brighton. And we, as soon as the COVID situation allows, we will certainly continue and extend that program of connecting our pupils across those countries.
Okay, so I think these are all the questions. Thanks a lot, Mr. Walton. And definitely that's for expatriates coming from Hong Kong and Taiwan, if they're considering settling down in Bangkok, which we understand there are quite a few families who are intending to do that, they should actually bring the children to take a look. Okay, and I hope that the COVID situations in all over the world, including in Bangkok, in Thailand, and in Malaysia, will improve so that we can travel more freely and also to have more face-to-face teaching, which I presume at the moment is not that feasible in Thailand and Malaysia at the moment, right, Mr. Walton?
Yes, at the moment, sadly, we're still home learning. I would add that we constantly ask our parents how they're experiencing that home learning, both in questionnaires and in weekly telephone calls, so that we're learning every single week how to do better. And we believe our home learning program is very successful. That's certainly what we're being told by our community. We hope soon to welcome our pupils back into school. If they don't all come back at once, we will have a hybrid system of learning where we teach live in school and online to make sure that everybody is getting the best education possible. And I hope soon that everybody will be back in school. That's what we all want. And you know, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to me introduce our school. If there's a chance in the future, we would love to welcome you in person to come and have a look around, meet some of the people, the teachers and the pupils themselves, so you can get a real feel of the heart of the school and what we're all about. So we keep our fingers crossed that we will all see each other in person soon.
Yes, definitely. Keep safe, keep healthy, and stay safe, stay healthy, and also stay strong. Okay, thanks a lot, Mr. Walton. I'll see you around.
Thank you very much for your time, and thank you again to everyone who has let me introduce the school.
Thank you. So in the meantime, I would like to introduce a program that we are promoting on behalf of Thai government. It's called the Thai Elite Program. Why does Thailand has so much attractions to especially all over the world? Let's take a look at this video. Okay, if you are interested to find out more about the Thai Elite Program, you can always contact us in Hong Kong, in Taiwan, in Malaysia, or even in China and Jakarta. So this concludes our sessions today about the International School, Brighton College of Bangkok. So thanks a lot, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.